Here are my top 5 savory snacks for cutting. When you're trying to cut, you know you have to diminish the amount of calories while still maintaining full. Because if you get too hungry, it's just a matter of when, not if, you're going to binge. So try these 5 snacks, keep your hunger at bay when you're on a cut. 1, my favorite of all. These are Flex chips. We got buffalo flavor, my favorite is almost empty, cheddar and sour cream. Well, they're called energy-packed protein crisps. They're made by popcorners. Every 28 grams, which is 1 serving, which is 22 crisps, you're consuming only 120 calories, 3 grams of fat, and a total whopping 10 grams of protein. I know a lot of people like Quest chips, but Quest chips are very thin and light. They just melt in your mouth. They're not very hard to consume. That's what I look for when I'm trying to diminish the amount of calories. I'm a big eater and I like to feel full. And part of the eating process and the eating pleasure is the mastication, the biting, the crunching. Flex protein crisps really do it for me. They're delicious. They have the best flavors. And with 1 serving, you'll be full and satisfied for the next 1 to 2 hours. Buy a big bag like I do. I just portion them out into separate Ziploc bags and I have them ready for whenever I leave the house. Give them a try and let me know how you like them. My next must-have savory snack in the house is popcorn. Now, not just any popcorn, 100-calorie packs of popcorn. I've said it before, portion control is so important. Psychology is a real thing, especially when it comes to eating. When you have 1 portion in front of you, you're usually going to eat the full portion. So having the portion sizes already weighed out for you is very critical to your success, especially during a cut. I like to buy Orville Red and Bobker popcorn, but these are the Smart Pop bags and they're only 100 calories. On today's episode, we're talking about savory snacks, so I'm going to recommend the butter flavor. You could also buy other brands in 100-calorie packs. Those are fine too. As long as they're 100 calories, they're gonna be reduced in fat. And if they're the sweet flavors, they're gonna be using artificial sweeteners. And the great thing about popcorn, that they're high in fiber, they're gonna keep you full for longer, keep you satisfied until your next meal. My third must-have snack is actually a quick snack that you can make. You could have the ingredients readily available. I always stock up in low-calorie bread. Why? Because I could use low-calorie bread for many different types of snacks. I can toast them up, put some spreads over it, make my own Nuthletic low-calorie chocolate spread, make my own Nuthletic low-calorie peanut butter spread. But for the snack today, since we're talking savory, I'm gonna use a low-calorie bread. And this is the brand that I've been buying lately. It's 35 calories a slice, and it's by Healthy Life. I bought these at Kroger. I would categorize bread that is 30 calories to up to 50 or 60 calories a slice as a low calorie bread. Now, be aware, not all breads are gonna be this obvious about the caloric content per slice. So some breads will be displaying their calories in a serving size. So you actually have to look onto the nutrition label to determine what the actual caloric content is. So here it says 70 calories for 2 slice serving. Now, surprising fact, bread is actually pretty high in protein. For every 70 calorie serving, you have 5 grams of protein. My snack that I make with this that only takes less than a minute to make is a cheese sandwich. Now the cheese makes all the difference. The cheese is traditionally a high calorie snack. If you buy only fat-free cheese, now you're switching the game and you're making cheese a high protein, low fat item. So I buy the Borden fat-free cheese slices. Now, if you look at the nutrition label, every slice is 30 calories, 4 grams of protein. You do the math, that's more than 10% protein to calorie ratio. That's a high protein snack. Put 1 of these or 2 of these in between 2 slices of bread and you got yourself a high protein, low calorie, very filling snack. As good or even better than a protein bar, but satisfies that salty, savory craving. Now this snack is a bonus. I don't eat it often because I'm not a big nut eater, but for you nut lovers, you have to let go of nuts if you're gonna cut. Nuts are so high in fat and so caloric dense. 1 handful of nuts is more calories than half the loaf of bread that I showed you earlier. So you can switch up your nut cravings with crunchy chickpeas. This has worked wonders for my clients. They have them in different flavors. This one's a sea salt flavor, but it really satisfies that crunch and even that flavor of eating peanut. They're a fraction of the calories and a fraction of the fat. The 1 serving size is 30 grams. For the same amount of peanuts, it's about 200 calories, 15 grams of fat, and 7 grams of protein. For a fraction of of the fat. Same serving is only 130 calories, 4 grams of fat, and pretty comparable to the protein with 6 grams of protein. Definitely recommend these for you salty nut lovers. The last snack that is my all-time favorite. It's not so quick and easy that you could just pull out of your pantry. If you have an air fryer, I highly recommend it. You do have to buy some tools to make this, but it's air fried French fries. You take 2 russet potatoes, slice it through French fry cutter, throw them in an air fry basket, spray with 3 seconds of Pam cooking spray. Set it at 390 degrees for 18 minutes. Shake them halfway through the time. Another 3 seconds of cooking spray. Finish it off in there. Pour them out on the bowl. Season to your liking. And you got yourself a humongous bowl of French fries for less than 170 calories. Potatoes are very nutritious. They're high in vitamins. They're very satisfying. They're cooked with minimal amounts of oil using cooking spray. You are not adding an enormous amount of calories. It's a vegetable. It's satisfying. It keeps you full. And you could add proteins in other ways if you wanted to make it a high protein snack with fat-free cheese on top, fat-free cheese dip, or just eat it as a snack in between your high protein meals, just to keep your hunger at bay. The secret to being successful at cutting for the long term is to be consistent and not have binges. And if you are in too much of a caloric deficit, and if you do get hungry, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you do end up binging. So the secret to not binging is to make sure you're never hungry, because when you're hungry, you're not yourself. So if you want more recommendations, more tips that is customized to you and your liking, sign up for my online coaching at danielnewthletics.com. Follow me on Instagram. That's the best place to hit me up. In the meantime, go get it.